of segregation. Put it in its real context in terms of how did we get to the point of actually having segregation, Jim Crowism, and maybe follow that through what I call segregation, desegregation, integration. And there's a difference between desegregation and integration. And then now, in your urban on the verge of resegregation.
In 1965, that is the year that the schools were desegregated in my hometown. That was my senior year, which means I was a part of the first graduating, integrated, or desegregated class.
I was not handling the situation here at East Texas State after he left. It was pretty tough as far as black people was concerned then. But when I came, my effort was to straighten this thing out. And that wasn't hard to do because all you did would do with treat students like they should be treated.
And the school that I attended was Clark High, and that was in Ladonia, Texas. My principal was J.W. Askew. While attending school, we would get our material, our books, and all from the white school that we were bused by many times from the east end to the west end. Our school was in the west end of town.
All that time, on Hispanic population, we don't know too much about segregation or desegregation. Because in the beginning, when we were filling some papers, some places they told us that we need to fill some papers about we were part of the white folks. But later, in another places, they told us that we were treated, or we were in the same place with folks, African American. And we were all the time in between until a few years later. I am talking about in the 70s is when we start getting a little more know to which place we belong. And until today, I have lived over here in this area in Greenville, Texas for about 10 years. And these 10 years I have noticed that they still living, not exactly on better conditions, but we still have a lot of segregations.
You know, some of my best friends were white guys. You know, they would take the meal ticket because they're associated with the black athletes. And if you're gonna go drink beer in the beer bus, you know, hey buddy, what's up? What, you know, it's a camaraderie there. And they would take Angel's meal ticket while we were at practice. You know, you undress and change in your practice uniform. When he gets back, his meal ticket is gone. And it was just all kind of subtle, you know, hints at it. Nobody would just come out and just call you, use the N-word and just burn across in your dormitory or nothing like that. But, you know, I want to get on the train. You know, we got to get on the train. It's rolling. So I'm just honored to be here, and if there's anything we can do or I can do in the future for his income tax or... Give me a call. I'm on your side. I can tell you where your refund is. But thanks.
April 1929. So you don't have to figure that. I made it too.
Listen.
I was raised at St. Paul, Neelaville, Texas. That's where I was raised from. I went to school at St. Paul, one of the outstanding schools in the country. I want to come, not so much of, I just want to see what it was like to be integrated with the white. They the children was all about. So I came to ET, started school, enrolled, and majored in homemaking.
The point that I'm making, my grandmother, as much as she went through discrimination, she would always tell me to love everybody. If I think about it, it hurts, because I know what they've been through. I know what my parents have been through. I know what segregation is about. But I found out there's a lot of beautiful people in this world of all nationalities. Don't separate yourself one from another. We're all God's children, regardless of your race or your religion. Instead of separating us, put us together. bring about unity for all people in justice and equality. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Henry Ross, and while I may not be as old as most that are on this panel, I was born in 1956 in Birmingham, Alabama. So Birmingham is home for me. I will be happy to share my stories of a young man growing up in Birmingham, and on the day that 16th Street Baptist Church was bombed, I lived approximately 12 blocks from that church, felt the shake within the town. I can tell you of the first time being with my mom and seeing water fountains that said black only or white only. I can tell you of, as a young man, how I felt the first time I saw an individual wearing the paraphernalia that a Ku Klux Klansman would wear. So my story is not very much unique than the individual sitting here, except that I was in Birmingham, Alabama. I can tell you about some of the things that the history books never recorded.
I went to segregated school, Norris School. I graduated Norris High School in 1964, valedictorian of my graduating class. We had a very good athletic program, good basketball team. We were state champions my senior year, and I received 13 scholarships. Because I was so interested in athletics and basketball, I took one of the 13 scholarships and went to school at a junior college in West Texas. And I stayed there for a year. We did pretty good, went to Kansas City, to the junior college finals. But I longed for home,